I think we all have our dating red flags, or we've had them when we were in our dating days.
That's a red flag. If we're dating someone, we're all
we're all in a relationship now. I'm just talking about like when we were single, we had a code.
But we didn't have Google
things.
to help us. Google tells us everything. You know, forget those doctors that went to college for half their life. WebMD told me what's wrong with me. I'm sure they love to hear that. How many doctors are like, well, I Googled this, and what I found on Google was, I'm like, oh,
although
God,
you do
get out of
see
my
some
office.
doctors, they will, and they'll go in another room on a computer.
And then they'll go find it
I'm
out.
sure
Look
Have
it
you
up.
caught your doctor Googling your problem?
Not my doctor, but I saw another doctor doing that.
Oh, wait. When
But
I
they
went,
love medicine or something.
when
like,
I had a surgery for my torn muscles here in my tummy, my doctor, right before they put in the sleep medicine, he's like, "Don't worry, I looked at a YouTube video before I did this. You'll be just fine."
you're like, oh!
But because of Google, we can find basically everything, the answers to many, many things. And for people who are dating right now, it's a crazy world out there on those dating apps and people's behaviors and what's acceptable and not, and things that 10 years ago you thought was a blow-off move, like, no, I'm going to ghost you, is now just the norm. What we've learned in the last year of this show is that you earn the dinner date. You don't just get one. You know, because we got to make sure we're going to invest that kind of money and time into this person.
Starbucks of the world.
Because there is nothing really where, I mean,
First.
in my dating world before I got married, now that I've been married so long, you did the dinner date. And it's true. You are stuck for at least an hour and a half with someone that you automatically know within 10 minutes you did not vibe with. And you're like, this is going to be really
And
fun.
you want to do
would've
something
rather-
afterwards? It's like, oh.
No,
Yeah, but
thanks
I mean-
a lot. See you
Yeah.
later.
Do all guys, like, I never went into a dinner date with the expectation that I was getting something in return.
It's not that. I'm talking about a dinner date with somebody that you...
No, it's like you don't want to
you
be
But
with
I
it's
them.
a
would wanna
first
know,
date
like-
with someone
like-
that was a dinner date
You're
and you're
stuck.
not clicking.
Especially if you go to that fondue place.
Oh, my
That
God. The
melting
melting pot? You're there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Nice
I've
place,
never
but
been
holy
there.
crap.
Oh, dude.
That is not a short visit, Amadi. You don't
We're
go there if
there
you're
for
starving. You're going there
hours.
for snacks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you're there for hours and hours.
Yeah.
I know it was big, like 70s, right?
And that was
I
a
don't
big
know.
thing. Fondue was like a very
my
cool
parents-
food that debuted, I think, in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then the fact that
The fondue pot.
the melting pot, I don't know if it has more than one location, but it's been across the street from my family's place forever.
Yeah.
It used to, actually, you know what's funny? That location used to be called You Are Cooks. So both of the businesses there were you make it yourself kind of places.
I hate that stuff.
Yeah.
It was like you build, you bake, you,
I'll just
you
stay
make
home
your own steak.
and make my own meat out, and it'd be cheaper.
Well, I mean, that's Korean
fun.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Is that
It's very
it is?
popular here.
Yeah.
in
You cook it
Houston.
yourself?
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
But do you
sit
leave
down-
your table to cook it?
No,
to cook
you
it?
literally sit down at a grill.
Okay.
Yeah.
They take the little stainless steel lid off of
You
it.
have
and
your
Pots
you gotta
too.
grill.
You have
That
your
is
bowl.
my
You go
thing.
around
Oh, we're
and
gonna have
you
a
pick
little
out all the
field
little
trip.
things.
What's that
and put
other
it
one
in.
with the pot I wanted to
Hot
do?
pot.
Hot pot.
Oh, it's so good. You take shots of soju and you just have fun.
And the hot pot is what? You're making your own soup?
It's like a boiling broth filled with all these seasonings, and you take really thin strips of meat and kind of swish it around for maybe 20 seconds, and it's cooked.
Sounds
and
like
you
soup.
dip it in like sauces and stuff. It's
So
really,
I'm gonna
really
guess
good.
that all these places you smell like the restaurant that
Oh,
you were
for
staying at
sure.
when you leave.
Yeah.
So you're
For
just
sure.
you're
Sure.
making boiled meat.
Yeah,
That's
boiled
what
meat.
it looked like to me.
It's like, what's that thing you did? The
It's a
sous vide
delicacy.
yeah.
that you
Sous
put
vide.
in.
The
Yeah,
sous
it's the
vide.
same
But
thing.
sous vide, though,
isn't it?
But the sous vide, the water doesn't touch the meat.
Yeah.
It's vacuum
Wasn't
sealed
it
in a bag.
broth technically
It's
instead
broth,
of
yes,
water?
Sam. It's
So-
We go
broth.
to Chinatown. There's a bunch of them.
There's plenty, and I've been to
And
almost
on our
all
way,
of
we'll
them.
go get our
If
feet
you guys,
massaged.
Yeah.
listen, if you've
There's a lot
not
of
been,
foot massage places there
Among
too.
other
You might get
things.
something else massaged
Oh, what are you trying to say?
in that area.
no.
Oh.
What do you think about
Anyways,
Chinatown, Ryan?
All right. What the, we know what Ryan likes to do, I guess.
Ryan
No,
thinks that
I'm
Chinatown is full of
Yeah, of course.
salacious
No.
spas.
Let's be honest.
That's basically every other
If there's-
street in Houston
if
but
there's
Chinatown.
somebody,
That might be the one street you don't.
It's
if
not
there's
getting
somebody
it.
that's got an "we're open" sign at midnight and they're giving massages, chances are it's not your feet.
Nice one backwards.
Babe, let's keep it
Moving
moving.
along, Google released a list of the top dating red flags that people have been Googling over the past year. So these are the top ones. When somebody praises you or showers you with gifts early on and then turns psycho. Do you know what that's called?
Baby reindeer.
Probably. Love bombing.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Yeah.
Love bombing has been bombing. Bombing has been Googled, like love bombing, being showered with gifts early on and then turns.
Because they expect an instant relationship.
They say that this is something cult leaders do.
They might control you.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes
Control
sense.
you?
Yeah.
If you're
Watching
young, you
true
want that money.
crime. Is it a red flag if the girl I like watches a lot of true crime?
No.
Yeah,
Does it mean they
She's
might try to murder
responsible.
you? No, what we learned, Sam, we learned that women like to watch true crime so we can know how to defend ourselves. Yeah. so we can see all the scenarios that exist in case a guy tries any of that.
Sam's doing a karate chop motion.
What is the percentage of that true crime like movies and podcasts? Is it
God, I feel like it's
70% women? Do you
everything.
think, or do you
I
think
feel
it's
like
50?
that's
think
all my
so.
friends watch
I
and
feel like-
listen to.
I feel like it's 80-20. My buddies will listen to like podcasts about sports or
Yeah.
like UFC.
I'm
or,
sure it's, I don't know. I feel like it would be high.
Is Loud Muffler
Oh,
on that
listen to
list?
this.
And loud muffler is not on the list.
I got you an answer, Eric.
Explain.
Because you got those people going by your house like with the it's a little Honda.
The worst.
It's like, who
But that's
are
not a
you?
dating red flag, though. That's just an
What?
annoyance in
That
the
just means
neighborhood.
you're a really obnoxious person
The
that you
nuisance.
feel like you've got to put this loud ass
I know.
muffler on your
Yeah.
tiny
What are you
car.
overcompensating
Like, what
for?
is this about?
There's now that the G wagon. It's like $200,000. It's
Oh, my
electric.
God.
They have a speaker that makes the noise.
Oh, to make it sound
Really
like it.
obnoxious. Because I saw one
that's right, I
yesterday.
learned
It was
that.
really loud next to me. I'm
Oh.
like, what is this guy trying to prove?
I learned that about
It's electric.
cars.
It shouldn't make any noise.
Exactly.
Right, but electric cars will have a noise in the car because we as consumers are used to hearing the noise. So they have a noise.
That was in
the
that
car.
movie
That's
with
so weird.
Kevin James and Vince Vaughn, The Dilemma.
Yeah, they wanted that noise.
They wanted to make an electric car that made a noise, that made a rev.
Interesting.
And now they're
Oh,
doing
by the
it.
way, I got you an answer. So
Of what?
the people who listen to True Crime Podcast, 80% women.
I got it. It's 80-20.
Yeah. Other red flags have been Googled. Talking to an ex. Is talking to an ex a red flag? If it's okay if my current is still friends with his or her ex, is this a good thing or
Well,
a
it
bad
depends.
thing?
If it's an ex from like 20 years ago and they never lost contact and they just went
Oh.
into the friend zone.
I don't think it's a good thing. We see
you
too many
listen-
Facebook friends now. They get back.
They get back together.
yeah.
We did it 20 years ago, and I remember we
Whoa,
went to
no.
Astroworld
I
together.
agree
It
with
was
you
so
there.
fun.
I just watched
If
some
they
movie.
just started
Fun.
hanging out with somebody
I
from
watched
20 years ago,
a
then
movie on
that's
Netflix
different.
with Brooke Shields and Benjamin.
I saw a little bit
Pratt,
of it.
yeah.
Pratt.
I saw that.
I
They
can't
used
believe
to
you
date-
watched that. I saw the
It's a
poster.
date
Because
thing.
last Sunday we watched that one Sam told me to watch with Anne Hathaway.
Was it the idea of
Yeah.
you?
Did you like
These
it?
names I can't remember these names anymore,
I
but
fell asleep in it.
I like that one a lot
Yeah,
more.
right?
This one was cute. Brooke Shields, though, the first 20 minutes, you're like, what's with her face? Because it's not fair because
She's not doing Botox.
we're
or
used to
anything.
her being like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
see her when she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
Uh-huh.
It's not fair because
She
she was
aged-
the regular actress.
She
would-
aged naturally.
That's what distracted you? Her face?
Yeah, the first 20 minutes because like I don't know if she had Botox or something with her eye. It was like
Huh.
no,
I'll
she
do
just
that
she
kind of
just
swing.
had
I
some
watched
more
only a
wrinkles.
few
That's all.
minutes of it. I
It's a
had
cute
time to
movie,
finish it.
though.
I'll finish it.
Really?
Benjamin
It
Bratt.
doesn't seem like your vibe. That's why I'm shocked.
I don't know what you're talking about, but her best friend is that girl that was such a jerk in The Hangover.
Yes. And she's in so many things.
She was
but
in
yeah.
Suits. She was the one in Suits that
she's the
got the Harvard kids.
You know, you blanked a cabana boy on that cruise. He
Oh,
was a
yeah,
bartender.
yeah.
Like, and she's like,
she was the mom in
Diary of a Wimpy
Diary
Kid.
of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know who else is
Because
in that?
because of The Hangover, she was such a jerk.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't stand
You
her.
come into the preconceived notion. Also, Kevin, you know that guy Wilson Cruz, the guy from Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Culber, he's in that one.
well, back
He's-
to the red
he's
flags
gay
of
friend.
dating.
Oh yeah. We're,
Yeah, we're really going off on a
Somebody who's
Sorry.
single is like,
So
what's
sorry.
the other one?
We're out of time.
The last one is double texting. When they send follow-up text before you even replied to the first one. Oh, that's me. I quadruple text.
Immediate block.
It's not always a red flag, but it could be a sign they're obsessive or controlling if somebody double texts you.
Immediate
Follow-up
block.
before you
Especially it's
even
like, where are you
reply.
at? Or what you doing?
What are you doing?
Ding,
What are you doing?
That's baby
ding,
reindeer.
See me?
ding,
Where are
ding,
you?
ding.
Oh, what does
if
that
you
sound
send
like,
me
Kevin?
question marks, ugh.
Who's that tart? Is that the one?
Oh, my name's a nipple.
Didn't she send like 43,000 texts?
I did not. I did not.
I would not do
It was nothing.
I
It's,
did not.
oh, that's an overblown.
There's only
Number.
There's
25,000.
no facts there. You have nothing to back that up.